call. Just tell me what your original thoughts were when you found out that you had gotten the job as athletic director here at Los Fresnos.
Well, I was very excited. I think that this is one of the best jobs, not only maybe the best job in the Valley, but I think it's one of the best jobs in the state of Texas. And getting to see our kids work today, there's no question that it is. I'm very excited, and looking forward to really getting to know the kids and the coaches and continuing with the success they've had in the past.
What was it that made you, when you looked at this job, what was it that made you think that it was such, best job in the Valley, one of the best in the state of Texas?
Well, the main deal for me is the support.
Mm-hmm.
If you have a great support system with your superintendent, your board, your principals, if you have that great support, boy, I mean, it's so rare in the state of Texas to have that. And, everywhere I called, and I did a lot of research on this job, people just raved. And our superintendent's been here 10 years. Our board's been there for quite a while. And it's just a place that is special, and you just got that feel when I got here, at least, that this is home.
Well, you've already been out, like you said. You've already been out checking out some of the campuses, elementary schools, middle schools. I know you were just at the freshman campus. What have you discovered so far? Maybe that your research didn't tell you before you got here.
Well, one thing that you can't find on any website and any film is how hard these kids work. And the coaches here have done a fantastic job, really instilling a work ethic that is pretty impressive. I think if anybody were to come in and watch them work out, they want to be here. And, they're working from the moment they walk in to the moment they leave. So that was what really struck me and really impressed me.
This, one of the reasons why this has been looked upon as one of the best jobs, in my opinion, is that its size and the fact that it is a single high school 6A district, of which there's only 2 here in the Valley,
right.
And this place is still growing. What does that do? What does that allow you to do as an athletic director
right.
whenever that kind of district comes around?
Well, right now I feel a little spoiled because the districts I've been in before, we've had multiple schools, and so everything is shared, and your feeder schools are shared and all that. To have a one high school town where you have 3 middle schools, they all feed into you, and all the elementary schools, and I think you can tell that all the kids around here want to be Falcons. And so, to have everybody on board for one cause is really a special deal in the state of Texas, especially.
This is also a unique district in the fact that it's still growing.
Yes.
And what questions did you have for the board, and what did the board tell you about the growth of this district and how much bigger it's going to get over the next several years? Because that's something that's unique about Los Fresnos as well.
Absolutely, and the one thing that I was very impressed with, not only our board but our superintendent, is they're very forward thinking, and so I think they realized that in several years there's going to be another true high school here, and they've already started to plan for that, as opposed to reacting and waiting until we have so many students we're overloaded. They're being proactive, and they have such an incredible vision that I bought into it right away. And I think that here in 6 or 7 years, whenever it happens, I think that this town could support 2 really good sports programs and still have that one town feel, that one school, one town feel.
Is that too far away for you and your department to start working towards now? Is there anything that they say, well, get ready for this because it might happen, in the near future? Or do you just worry about this right now because this is a handful enough as it is?
Well, right now I'm just trying to keep my head above water.
Sure.
And I'm trying to get to know the kids and the coaches and not just football coaches, but all the coaches. And I'm trying to make myself available to everybody. But that's too far down the line right now for me to think about. But I do see their vision when you go to the other high school, how they've kind of made sure everything is equal. And I just think that this district is very forward thinking. And it's something that I really, like I said before, I really bought into. But yeah, I'm just trying to keep my head above water right now and go from there.
Let's talk football, and let's talk where you've been and where you're at now.
Sure.
In El Paso, successful. Houston, San Antonio, Houston last year, obviously undefeated regular season. what is it? What's your philosophy? Why have you been successful? Why have you gotten teams to the playoffs in the past? And what kind of philosophy do you bring to Los Fresnos?
Well, I think probably head coaches get overrated. They probably get too much credit for a lot of stuff, because if you don't have great assistant coaches, then you're not going to have success. I don't care what kind of coach you are. My offensive coordinator and I have been together 16 years, going on 17 years. My defensive coordinator and I have been together 10 years. So there's a lot of stability there. I'm very loyal to my coaches. And I think that trickles down to our kids in all these different programs. And, they take the personality of their coaches. And I've had great coaches along the way. And, our first situation was very tough. We replaced a guy that had been at a school for 47 years, one of the winningest coaches in the state of Texas. And that being your first head job, that is,
Don't they always say, don't be the man who replaces the man?
That's exactly right. That's right. So, I think I've been in some pretty tough situations, and I know at Sam Houston I replaced a guy that just got inducted into the Kansas City Chief Hall of Fame and was Mr. Sam Houston. So I'm pretty excited about being here, and my philosophy, great coaches make great kids. And really, I'm just the captain of the ship, but it takes so many more people than me, and like I said before, head coaches are overrated.
Well, you mentioned the loyalty with the assistant coaches.
Mm-hmm.
How many of them are coming down with you? How many of them were excited at the fact that, how many did you ask to bring down? How many are coming? The whole deal.
Well, the superintendent and I talked,
Mm-hmm.
which is another really forward-thinking special deal, where he allowed me to bring 3 coaches without removing any of the coaches here.
Okay.
Both of my coordinators are up for head jobs right now.
Oh. Okay.
So, and that's a testament to them. And but I'd be lying to say that I would love to have them down here. I think one of my OC is probably going to be down here with me. My DC, I'm not sure. And then I'm going to bring one other guy down, and then we're going to see where they fit. Obviously, in the staff, we have some amazing coaches on staff right now. A lot better quality than I've had in the past as far as inheriting.
Mm-hmm.
But you can tell these kids respect these coaches, and they work hard for them. And so, they're just fantastic coaches all over the place. So it's going to be a great deal here for whomever comes down.
What type of offense do you like to run? What type of defense do you like to run? Or do you change it up according to whatever kind of personnel you happen to have on hand? Right.
Well, I think if you're married to one offensive system or one defensive system, you got to build your offense around your kids. But we've been a spread, no huddle, very fast, Chip Kelly type. And on defense, very similar to what they run now. We've been a TCU 4-2-5. Very aggressive, a lot of different looks and blitzes and stuff like that. But we'll adjust that based on who we have here. I know we lost a lot of kids to graduation and stuff, so there's going to be some rebuilding there. But we're attack all the way. Offense, defense, we want constant pressure at all times.
Well, you mentioned, trying to keep your head above water. What's job one? What's priority one for you after seeing where everything is at and
Right.
getting everybody into where they're? What do you want to do then? Is there something that you'd like to bring in that's yours and an idea that you have that you'd like to bring to Los Fresnos Athletics?
Well, right now, what I'm trying to do is, and it takes a little while, I'm going to build up trust with these kids. I'm going to show them that I love them and care about them. I care about them 10 years from now, not just now. And that basically, we're one big family here. And that's, a big deal of mine. I put that on all the back of our jerseys everywhere I've been. And you have to instill that family atmosphere in order to be successful, I think, because you can hold each other accountable if you're in a family. And that goes for coaches, players, everybody.